I'm Necron, and you're in Necron's lair. Ah! All right, so today I'm going to talk about some books I have in my collection. Um, I got so much shit crammed in this room, so why not talk about some of the shit I have? And the first one I'm going to talk about is this book. It's a new book, Norse Gods, by Johann. Let's butcher his name, Erikens. Egrenkins. I don't fucking know. I'm not Nordic. So anyway, the guy did a great job on this book. He retold the stories and illustrated it. As you can see, this art fucking rules. I'm a big fan of fantasy, mythology, any of that stuff, especially when it comes to barbarians and Vikings and all that. Look at this splash page for Ragnarok, Fenris Wolf, all that shit. Guy obviously knows what he's doing and took the time to paint these awesome pictures. If you can come across this, I say get it. It's definitely worth a buy. And this next one is Token, the Illustrated Encyclopedia. With all the crap right now going on with Rings of Power, you can buy this book and you can cross-reference things and see if they actually exist in Token's time. Because this guy, David Day, is awesome. He put a timeline in here of all the ages, maps. There's characters um, section, creatures section, time section. I mean, it just covers everything. Beautiful art by different artists too. That always helps bring things alive. Look at this. Oh, I fucking lost it. Dun dun dun. Fucking cool. So I know a lot of people are upset with the current show. So here's something you can do to, if you're mad at it, read this instead, or just look at this. Very cool, very good. If you ain't got time to reference your actual novels and all that, hit that up, man. It'll fucking have everything you need. Next one is the original Crow by J.O. Barr. This was originally an independent publication comic back in the day. Look at this art. I know everybody's seen the movie. You don't get much better than that. This book rules. The movie rules. I know a lot of tough guys, right? Oh, Crow, Goff, whatever, man. That shit rules. Like it. Next up is this series, graphic novels about Elric, the albino um, elf, basically. This is its own little fantasy world with Elric being the centerpiece. This stuff rules. Look at some of the art in these. Elric basically abandons his kingdom to go on these quests and just kind of do his own thing. I guess discover himself. I'm really putting that in a nutshell. It's way more deeper than that. I would suggest get the books because I'm not going to sit here and talk about every little detail, but these are very well presented. They're a little expensive, but hey, if you want quality, you got to pay for it. Anyway, this is my favorite one. This is about his sword, Stormbringer, which is has like this curse, but it also like helps him kick ass with it. It feeds on souls. The more souls he feeds it, the stronger it gets. But the thing is, it corrupts Elric at the same time, and he can basically lose his mind. Is like killing loved ones and things like that. So he has to be careful with that sword. But all these stories rule. I need to reread these because it's been a while since um, I read them. I believe this is the last one, most recent, The Dreaming City, where they find basically a lost city and all type of shit happens. I won't give it away, but it's good. All right, this next one is called A View from the Pit: Photos from the South Texas Metal Scene, 1978 through 89. This is a photo book, and why I like this so much is because I grew up as a teenager during that time period. Well, not 78, I'm not that goddamn old, but in the 80s. And a lot of these bands like SA Slayer, Hellstar, Militia, Watchtower, big influence to me on when I was a young kid. It's just cool to look through here because obviously these guys are a little older than me at that time, but it's cool just to see all these pictures from that era. A lot of SA Slayer, which is awesome. There's their singer, Steve Cooper, rest in peace. And you can also laugh at the funny hairstyles and clothes. Well, look at that. Fearless Iranians from Hell. They were in San Antonio's probably greatest punk band. I know. I just can't see anybody who could really take that title from. I mean, another cool little self plug here in the forward. They mentioned my high school punk metal crossover band, Cerebral Distortion. So that was cool to see. And our buddies, check out this name, Scrotum Nosedive, huh? Here's this was a legendary gig in my town, the Slayer versus Slayer. Slayer first show here, and San Antonio Slayer was on the bill along with Militia and Cyrus. There's SA Slayer's Bob Catlin with Tom Araya from Slayer. Our Slayer was breaking up, so this was going to be their last show. So it sounds like the bands ended up getting along and hanging out and had a good time with each other. Next book is Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, but illustrated by Bernie Wrightson. This is amazing. It's based the straight story of Frankenstein and Frankenstein monster, but Bernie Wrightson's illustrations bring it to life. Look at that. Amazing art. So fucking detailed. If you don't know who Bernie Wrightson is, you need to find out. Unfortunately, he passed away not too long ago, but incredible comic book artist. Did Swamp Thing too. Um, if you can find the Pacific Comics, Bernie Wrightson's Tales of Terror, oh, they're fucking rule. This next book is based on one of my favorite movie studios, Hammer, and this book is called Hammer House of Horror. Christopher Lee, Peter Cushing, all them guys were, major players in the Hammer Studios. Let me make sure I can show this. Yeah, I think I can. I'll do that real quick. They were known for their voluptuous women and blood and all type of crazy shit, but always good stories. All type of good action. Oh yeah, this is another good one too. Curse of the Werewolf, another Hammer production. I'm sure they'll be showing a lot of these on coming up for October on late night. If you catch them, watch them. That's how the movies are made. They have to rely on fucking gimmicks all the time. Actually, had to do it themselves. This one is called the Annotated Dracula. This is Bram Stoker's Dracula. Another one just in time for Halloween. This one has like all these cliff notes. I don't know if it's going to show up. There they are. While you read the story, you can read the cliff notes. This one has more amazing art in it too. Not as many pieces, but when you do come across them, they're really nice. Let me find one for you, like this. The interior of Dracula's castle. So if you like Dracula and especially Bram Stoker's original story, this has so much info packed into it with the cliff notes. It's like, damn, century overboard, overload. I mean, this one is called Witches, another spooky one, time for Halloween, by Erica Jong. I think that's how you would say that. I don't know, but the star of it is the artist Joseph A. Smith. This guy's art is kick ass. Let me find some cool pieces. Now this I can't show that one. Whoopsies. I can show this one. Here's like some type of Witch's Sabbath. I wonder if that movie Witch took inspiration from this too, because this seems like your traditional type of looking witch there. And it talks about how different chapters how witches went from like paganism to thrown into, witchcraft, and like basically the goddesses and all that were turned into evil things, and the typical. And then it goes into your typical stuff, and also has a chapter on Satanism and witchcraft. Don't let it spook you guys. It's just a book. And here's one for all the metalheads. Wow, what does that look like? Not that. This. Mm-hmm. If you're metalhead, you better know that. Put it in the comments. You need to know that. If you don't, you're getting your metal card revoked, putting you back on the Limp Bizkit train or whatever you listen to. No nookie for you. And also, this creepy picture. I wonder SA Slayer used that for inspiration from their cover of their Prepare to Die EP because it looks a lot like it. This is an old book, but books are cool. I know everybody just wants to Google and see the internet, but what happens when the net goes down, man? What are you gonna do? You can be able to Google your shit and read your internet, but you can with a book. Castles by Alan Lee. Alan Lee is a fantastic illustrator. Um, I believe he's done like a lot of storyboarding and concept art for movies and things. And this book is basically a book of all type of castles. It could be mythical, fantasy, real, but Arthurian. It covers almost everything in here. Check out this art though. Let me find it. This chapter is castles in the underworld. Spooky, huh? And fuck. Also have Lord of the Rings stuff in here too. Let me find this Valhalla one he does. If you've seen the movie The Northman and the scene of the gates of Valhalla opening and the Valkyrie coming out, tell me they weren't inspired by this artwork. Because wow, it looks a lot like that scene, huh? Pay attention, grasshopper. You realize things. All right, and now one of the best fucking characters ever, Conan. Now these are the collective novels of the Dark Horse ones that ran when Dark Horse Comics was doing them. So I pulled out the first one because it has one of the best stories, The Frost Giant's Daughter. If you ever read that one, check out this art. What do you think of that? Let me get that closer. I know I can't show those word balloons; it might strike me, but whatever. Look at that art. And these are young Conan out in the world doing his reaving, robbing, and all that stuff, and being a barbarian. Conan's is one of the best, obviously. Can't go wrong if you get any of those. I mean, I like all that stuff. I like. Oh, and these are based on Robert E. Howard's stories, like pretty close, damn close adaptations. So if you want to try to get to the truth, these are pretty damn close. But I like Marvel Conan. I like 70s Marvels Conan, Savage Sword of Conan. I just like Conan. Fucking a cartoon. I didn't give a shit. All right, this save the best for the last. Lobo. Hell yeah, Portrait of a Bastard. This collects his one shots and I believe a little, mostly one shots, but you're getting good stuff. This is old too. When you get a warning like this, basically saying geeks, wimps, dweebs, and weenies stay away, and people with delicate constitution don't read it. Lobo is the last Caesarean of race of like badass motherfuckers, and he's also a bounty hunter. That's how he makes his living. I'll show you some of the art. He drinks a lot and parties a lot. Gets into all type of mayhem, violence, and bloodshed. You know, just good old stuff. One of the most hilarious stories is he dies and he gets rejected by both heaven and hell. I believe that's. Um, does he die? I don't know. Yeah, I think he dies. I have to read it again. But anyway, it's funny. And he comes back. They send him back basically, but he comes back as a woman, and he's not fucking happy about it. So let me find one of the scenes. Of course, he gets that fixed, but there's all type of. Oh yeah, he fights the Easter Bunny too. Look at this shit. Dun dun dun. It's fucking wild, man. Funny shit. So yeah, if you like any of these stuffs, comment about it or anything familiar that's familiar to that, comment about it because maybe I might want to check it out. I love this type of shit. I'm promise I'm gonna do some more metal stuff coming up too. Just wait for a couple more CDs come in the mail so I can talk about these knuckleheads and spread the good word of metal. All right, that's it. Thanks a lot for watching. Subscribe and all that fucking shit. All right, later.